Hi YouTube, my name is Heather and I love anti-MLM content here on YouTube. Today I'm super excited for us to react to the next video in this Beachbody Coaches Business Activity Tracker training series. If you didn't watch the first two videos I did in this little series of his, the BAT or the Business Activity Tracker is just a list of tasks that all Beachbody coaches are required to complete every single day. If you find this kind of tactical information interesting and you want to learn more about what these coaches actually do on a day-to-day basis, I'll be having more business activity tracker videos shortly. So I am excited to get started, and please let me know what you think below, or let me know your experiences with the business activity tracker.
I'm back again. Hey, I'm just trying to make this Beachbody coaching job fun for you guys. It's your coach.
Why are you calling it a job, sir? I thought you were a CEO of a multi-million-dollar business and now you're calling it a job. And in the video, the last video of his I did, he told us that the BAT, the tracker, is similar to like your employer handing you over like a task list to do for the week. So why in one breath you're saying you're a CEO and a business owner, the other breath you're saying you're just an employee who has a boss, and I'm your boss and giving you tasks to do? That's confusing.
Friend and mentor Scotty, we're talking about the Success Club activity tracker system, the BAT. Last video we talked about be proof the products work. We're moving on to section number 2, which is connect, invite, and follow up. This is the second vital behavior. This whole section should take you in a day about an hour and 40 minutes. That might be 1 hour and 40-minute block in the morning before anyone wakes up, or split into 20, 30-minute blocks throughout the day.
And we learned about that with our bestie Fraser Brooks when he was telling us about how to work our business in pockets of time. And if you're at work, just drink a lot of water, and then you can go to the bathroom once an hour and just bring your phone in. And while you're peeing, invite people or make connections with people on social media. So they like to make it seem like, oh, this is so flexible. You can work it whenever you want. You don't have to just sit there and work it for 8 hours at a time. But what that means in reality is any spare moment you possibly could have in a day, you're going to be doing this tracker. Again, if you have been in Beachbody and you have insight into actually using this tracker, I would love to hear your insights, your thoughts, and your experiences down below.
It depends on your schedule and your ability to commit and follow through with that. So the first one on connect, invite, follow up, the only one we're going to talk about today on this video is initiate connections and add followers. And it says 20 minutes. You get to decide how long you want to do that for. This was created by a bunch of elite coaches showing you exactly what they do every single day to build a successful business. Now, I want to share something with you guys. I've been a coach since April 11th, 2011. I have hit Success Club 10 every single month without missing.
April 11th, 2011, so it's March 21st, 2022 when I'm filming this. So he is almost at 11 years in Beachbody. That's absolutely crazy. So many of these coaches have been in Beachbody for a million years and have massive downlines, and if he wanted to, he would not need to work at all, and he would still make lots of money in his cycle bonuses and his matching bonus. So 11 years in an MLM, he must have a massive team.
Since I started, even including that first month in April of 2011. So Success Club 10 for like 130 consecutive months. I get a test. I do these.
So, please correct me if I'm wrong down below. I might be misremembering this, but Success Club 10, I believe you sold at least 6 challenge packs every single month, and he's done that for the past 11 years. Can you imagine how heartbreaking it would be if he missed 1 month after getting it straight for all that time, and how you would have to start your whole process over again? That would just be so sad for me.
Things every single day, except for Sundays. But
sorry, I'm pausing it every 5 seconds. He does it every single day except for Sunday. So, sir, that's not every single day. And you would have to do it every single day if you are like lower in the mid or lower part of his pyramid. So you only get time freedom if you are at the very tippy top of the entire company.
Initiate connections and add followers. So what does that mean? How do I initiate connections and add followers? This is one of the most important things where I see a lot of coaches fail in the beginning. You want to have some good trusted friends, cousins, family members, siblings, college roommates, high school friends, the people that just trust you and do whatever you say, right? You say, hey, let's go camping, and they'll come camping with you. Many of us have those people.
That's a super weird and awkward way to describe your family and close friends, isn't it? Like they're super close to you and they're going to do whatever you say. I feel like it's more they're close to you and they want what's best for you and want you to be happy. I feel like that kind of language might put the expectation in lower level coaches' heads that like family members and friends, if they support them and love them, they have to like purchase or join their team, and if they don't do that, then like they're toxic and they don't actually support you and love you. And I think that kind of language, it could lead to the us versus them dichotomy. So again, everyone who disagrees with MLM in any way, they are outsiders who do not want what's best for you. What do you think about that?
People. And if you just rely on those people, you might hit Success Club a month or 2 months or 3 months. You might hit Diamond. But then what happens if you haven't started initiating other conversations and adding new followers, you run out of people to talk to. Then you miss Success Club. And then what I see happen, because I've been a coach for 11 years, is you start to feel down on yourself, like, oh, maybe I'm not cut out for this. Like, I thought I could do this, but now I don't think I can do this. And the reality of this is you just haven't worked on expanding your network, on adding new followers, initiating them.
So he's saying that you might have missed Success Club because you did not add new followers and initiate connection. And so he wants you to do those things in order to hit Success Club. Remember that, because there's going to be a contradiction later. And he's saying, oh, you might feel down on yourself because you didn't hit Success Club. And like, it's the only issue is that you didn't do your job and you didn't do this part of the Success Club tracker. So it's just a way to divert your attention from the predatory and fraudulent business structure in which at least 80% of individuals at the bottom have to be losing money for at maximum 20% of people at the top to be making a good profit. No, it's not that the system is set up to keep you at the bottom of the pyramid. It's that you are not following your tracker properly and you're not doing the tasks with the right intent and the right urgency behind it. So it's your fault. It's not the system's fault. What do you think? I know it's been 2 minutes and 20 seconds and I've already paused it like 1,000 times, so I'm sorry if I am blabbing a bit much, but I find this stuff very, very interesting.
Those connections, and you have to do that. You can't just rely on posting on social media and people flocking to you. Even 11 years later, I can't do that. So you must do this. It says 20 minutes. So the next thing is, how do I initiate connections and add followers? For me personally, don't do what I did. I had a Facebook page, Scott Hobbs, that's my name. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to bother all my friends with this new fitness thing I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new account. And I created Scotty Hobbs on Facebook. All right. And
Sir, I wonder why people wouldn't want to bug their friends and family, because they are probably feeling uncomfortable with the fact that you and other uplines tell them that they have to sign up their spouse and their mom or something. And if the spouse does not sign up, then they're not a nice spouse and they need new husband. Like I've heard that before, where I think it was Kiki Chanel did a video on a Beachbody training call, someone saying, and oh, if he doesn't want to sign up, then like you got to get out of that relationship. It's dangerous. So someone who doesn't want to support your pyramid scheme is a bad husband and he's dangerous. That's really, really harmful rhetoric. And of course, he doesn't want you to make a new page separate from your family and friends, because that's going to be the pool of people that you are going to be strongly encouraged / pressured to recruit into your business to hit those first milestones in your business, so then he can keep his rank at the very top of the company.
What I found out is I ended up going back and adding all of my friends from my Scott Hobbs page. So it was just a big waste of time. So start with where you're at. You don't need to create a new account. You don't need to change anything like that. Just start right where you're at with the account that you have on Instagram, Facebook, whatever that might be. So there's a few ways to do this. On Facebook, like I went back to where it says like people you may know on my Facebook, and I would be like, oh yeah, so and so from high school, and I would add them, and I would add them. So and so has 5 mutual friends. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. I haven't talked to them forever, and I would add them. So I just started adding people that I knew and I had connections with back in high school and when I was younger, and I just started connecting with them. I didn't invite them to my challenge group, and this whole section right here, initiate connections and add followers, has nothing to do with inviting. All you're doing is making those connections.
That's false because you told us that if we missed Success Club 1 month, it's because we did not initiate enough connections and add enough followers, and we ran out of people to talk to. So you are connecting to new people, so you can increase the number of individuals that you can try to sell a product to or try to get to join your downline. So that is false, Mister.
Connections and adding followers. So that's what I did. Is I just went out and like, oh, we have mutual friends. Oh, I forgot about them. I met them once. They were on my baseball team, or I met them at a party once. And so I just add them, and I would even initiate the conversation and that connection by sending them a message. I was be like, hey, what's up? Like, it's been so long. Like, how are you doing? Are you married? And I would just start conversations and reconnect with them. Okay. So that's one way to do it. Another way is on Instagram or TikTok.
What is your motive behind reconnecting with people that you knew when you were younger? I think we know what that motive is, but let's just think about that as he's talking.
Things that you're interested in. So if you're interested, like for me, I love archery. So I can search archery hashtags, and I can go find people that also use archery hashtags and love archery, or hunting, or whatever it might be. It could be hiking, it could be crocheting, whatever it is that you're into. It could be video games, it could be anything. Whatever that you are interested in, search those hashtags and then go make connection with people. And there's kind of like a 1-3-1 rule that I.
So he's talking about the 1-3-1 rule. So we're going to continue that in a second. In my context, I'm not really a social media person, but pre-COVID, I played in a recreational adult floor hockey team as recreational. In this context, it'd be, oh, well, these people like sports. These people like to play hockey. I'm going to become their friend. I'm going to add them on Facebook, and then I'm going to keep connecting with them and eventually invite them to join the business with me or buy a product. And it's such a disingenuous way of trying to make friends, because you're not making friends because you feel a genuine connection and you like that person. You're making friends so you can eventually sell them the product or the opportunity. What do you think about this? Would you prefer someone in an MLM to just cold message you, who say you've never met them before, you know them through a friend of a friend of a friend, just say, hey, want to join my business? Or would you prefer someone to pretend to like you, to build a relationship with you over a certain amount of time, and then go in for the kill and ask the question? Personally, I would prefer them just to get it out of the way and not to pretend to like me, just to add me to their downline. Let me know what you think about that below.
Follow is I will add them. I'll find somebody that I believe I can have a connection with, and then I'll add them, and then I will like one ad, I'll like 3 of their posts that I can connect with, and then I'll send one, I'll comment on one of their posts, and then I'll send them a quick message, and it will be a question about one of their posts. So let's say.
So you said and comment on 3 pictures that I can connect with. I don't think it matters if these people can connect with the pictures or not. I think they like to tie up uplines, like to say only recruit people that you have a connection with, that you want on your team. But in my opinion, you need to fill space. So if you just need warm bodies in that spot, whatever, like in each spot of your downline. And I bet you he's come across people who say they like certain kinds of movies, like sci-fi movies, and pretend he doesn't like that, just in this this scenario, right? And you might say, oh wow, Star Wars, I love Star Wars, even though he doesn't. Like, I don't think it really matters if you can connect with the picture or not. I think you're just looking for people that you can hopefully rope into your business. What do you think about that below? Let me know.
Say it's a hike to a hot spring. I'll comment on it. I'll be like, oh, that's beautiful. I'll add them as a friend. I'll follow them. I'll go into their DM and I'll be like, hey, I know you don't know me, but I found you through this hashtag, and I absolutely love hiking and finding hot springs. Could you tell me where that hot spring is? And I'll just start a conversation. Remember, this has nothing to do with the invite process. So that's one way that I do that. Another
Sir, yes, it does. The only reason you're talking to these people and making a relationship, a connection, is so you can invite them later. It's all part of the same process. And so I would like to caution all of you, whoever happens to watch this, be careful on social media. If someone you don't know or you knew a long time ago adds you and then comments on 3 of your pictures and then sends you a message, you know that they're from an MLM, and be careful. I would suggest don't even respond, maybe block them if they keep following up with you, because we know that Beachbody coaches are taught to follow up nonstop until you either block them or like scream at them and you're rude to them. Don't be rude to them. Either just like say no and hope that they leave you alone, or block them if you need to. It's a shame. I've said this before. You have to be so careful on social media now. You can't just be on like an interest page, say you like hockey. You just can't be in a Facebook group about like your local hockey team talking about the game you just watched last week and just enjoy yourself and unwind and connect with people. You now have to be cautious and aware of people from MLM companies coming into these groups with the purpose of connecting with you on an emotional level and recruiting you into the business. I think that's a shame. Social media should be for fun. Social media should be just as a place to unwind and relax. We should not be having to keep our guards up against people in pyramid schemes trying to recruit us.
way is if you're consistently creating content, which we'll talk about in another video. Remember, we're only talking about this section right here, initiate connections and add followers. Is every day that I create content, that means a post, a reel, doing stories. I'll go and see who liked that post, who commented on that post, and the people that are following are the people that are viewing those stories. And if you're creating stories, you can go in and it shows views. You can click on it and it shows you the people that viewed your stories. So if there's someone on there that I don't know yet or I've never had a conversation with, I will do that same process. I will go to their page. I will scroll through it. I will like about 3 of their photos that I can connect with. I'll comment once, and then I'll go to their DM and I'll just say, hey, thank you. Like, I noticed that you were watching our stories and I just want to introduce myself and just get to know you a little bit better, whatever that might be. Or I'll ask them a question about something on one of their posts. So super simple. Like,
yes, you always have to ask a question at the end, because then they feel more obligated to respond. If you just say, oh, let me know if this sounds interesting to you, they could just like put a heart or like it and then never respond to you. So they're always going to end with a question. If you know that an individual is in an MLM because they're following this one ad, 3 messages, one ad, 3 liked photos, 1 message, and you know that's happening, just please say no right away. Don't talk to them. Don't engage at all. And this is a big thing in multi-level marketing, where you message anyone who liked or viewed your posts. So also, like, it's sad, you have to be careful about who you are liking the post of on social media, because you might be opening the floodgates to constant messages and follow-ups from these MLM distributors.
that. There's a ton of ways to make connections. Just be curious. Just be excited about learning about people, connecting with people, and expanding your network. This has nothing to do with making a sell, hitting successful points, or any of that. So
You're being curious and expanding your network to sell them either the opportunity or the product. It is so disingenuous. It's not sincere at all. You're not just showing interest in another human being. You are viewing these people as dollar signs, as potential recruits, potential members of your downline. This was made this month, so still during the pandemic. There's still a lot going on. There are different case numbers in different parts of my country, like where I live, and different parts of the United States, and people might be still missing out on genuine human connection, and then having someone say that they knew months and years ago connect with them on social media. They might think, wow, am I making a new friend? And then I could just imagine how upsetting it would be if this person who you thought was your new friend, 2 weeks after you started talking to them, tried to recruit you into Beachbody. Especially if you're already lonely and isolated, that would be devastating, in my opinion.
make sure, guys, consistency is key, guys. Hitting Success Club 10 for 130 months has nothing to do with sales techniques or any about that.
Yes, it does, because you're a salesperson. That's how you sell an opportunity or a product.
It's about being consistent and disciplined and continuing to expand your network, initiate those connections, and create contacts with people. Oh,
That's all I wanted to talk about today. He frustrated me a lot because he's saying, oh, this process has nothing to do with invites and Success Club. But earlier in the video, he told us that the only reason that we're not hitting Success Club is because we aren't doing what we need to do to expand our network and talk to new people. So the only reason we're trying to connect with new people on the internet is so we have a bigger pool of potential recruits that we can draw on to meet our big milestones in our Beachbody business. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. I know I got a little rambly and paused it 8,000 times, but if you have any thoughts or opinions on any of the information we covered, I would love to hear what you think below. So that's all I have for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye.